morning, Quadcopter 101 here with another neat review of another neat drone slash airplane, folks. This is the SG F35 VTOL aircraft, vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. It can fly in 3 different modes. It can fly as a drone, taking off vertically as a drone. It can fly as an airplane, flying forward, being controlled by its Elevons here. Or it can be flown as a helicopter, in a helicopter mode with these 2 motors swiveling forward by their servo to turn it into a helicopter. I'm really looking at it here. Now, about 8 months ago, another similar, actually the exact same aircraft came out. It was called the QIDI 570. I think this is a rebranded version of the QIDI, folks, because it essentially has the same design, same controller. The only thing different is the paint scheme or the decals on it. Okay, so in effect, this is a rebranded version of the QIDI 570. It weighs only 180 grams, and that's with the battery included, and that means this does not require any registration or remote ID in most countries, folks. It's constructive crash-resistant EPP foam, so it should be able to take a good beating. Okay, like for most beginner drones, should be able to take a good beating, and this one should likely also. The front 2 motors, if we take a close look at them, you know, I mentioned this is all brushless motors on this airplane. Let me mention that first. It's a completely brushless motor aircraft, but the front 2 motors here, if we look, they pivot forward and back via a servo. Okay, there's a, well, the servo is inside there. You're not seeing any leverage here, but I'm not going to forcefully push them forward or backward. But you're going to have to trust me, folks. These do pivot forward and backward automatically. I do not recommend anybody forcing that. You don't want to force servos, in other words. So I'm not going to do that by hand. But I'll prove it that when we take it out to fly it, that it does actually transition. Now, we also have Elevons on this aircraft. And there you can see the servos for the Elevons there. These provide maneuverability while this particular drone aircraft is in airplane mode. Okay. They also provide maneuverability when the aircraft is in hover helicopter mode. They provide yaw control, and they also provide some pitch control too. So, and essentially, this thing is controlled by the servos and by the Elevons, and also by torque, rotor torque for maneuverability. The torque of the motors when it's in hover mode, like such, in drone mode, you vary the torque, and that will yaw the aircraft. Now, let's take another close look at this airplane. Looking at the bottom of the belly here, we see the aircraft has LED lights on the front end here. These are multicolored lights that can be controlled through the controller, either changing the color of the lights or changing the blinking of the lights, or you can turn the lights off completely. It has a bunch of different colors that you can choose from, with the exception of red. Red is restricted strictly to warn you that the battery is getting low. So if you see the lights change to red, it's time to think about landing. Also, looking on the belly, we see this compartment here. Inside this compartment is the flight control board, and notice it's accessible through a little tiny screw here. Now, the reason you would want to access the flight control board is if you want to use your own receiver with this particular aircraft, which means you want to use your own transmitter with this particular aircraft instead of using the transmitter that comes with it. Now, there's 2 ports on there for S-Bus and also for DSM. So if you have your own satellite receiver for S-Bus or DSM, you can install that into the aircraft and use your own transmitter. Now, don't ask me how to set up the switches to do such, for switch between the different modes, because I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with the flight controller that comes with it here to keep it simple here for this review today here, folks. Let's see what else I want to talk about. Now, it is powered. Let's open the battery bay here and show you. It's powered by a 7.4 volt, 1000 milliamp hour battery. Now, this is supposed to give the aircraft up to 14 minutes of flight time, but more realistically, it's going to be somewhere between 5 and 14 minutes, depending on how you fly it. If you're flying it in hover mode, that's going to put a lot more stress on the battery, take a lot more power on the battery than flying in an airplane mode. So expect, to go around a 5-minute flight time. But if you're going to be flying in airplane mode, you might get up to 10 minutes. of flight time, maybe even 14 if you're really lucky. Okay, I don't see this going 14 minutes, but 10 minutes possibly. Now, let's talk about one other thing I want to talk about the battery. The battery bay is pretty large, okay? You can move this battery forward and back. I am going to start, when I take it out, I'm going to move it all the way back, folks, because I've seen reviews of the QIDI 570, and this aircraft can be pretty fast, okay? And I'm guessing those people that were flying it in high speed had this battery all the way forward, folks. And that would be one of the reasons that they would be flying high speed. You could probably slow it down by moving the center of gravity backward with this particular aircraft. And that's when we're going to start off with the battery all the way back in the battery bay. There's a little backstop right there to see if this can be flown at a more tame flight speed than what I've been seeing on the other reviews of the QIDI. Okay, other things about it. Let's talk about the transmitter. Now, this is the stock transmitter that comes with it. It is kind of toyish feeling, I gotta admit. Okay, but you know, it's set up for this aircraft, ready to go out of the box. So let's talk about the buttons on this particular controller. We have a low and high rate button. Low rate all the way up, high rate down, and that increases the maneuverability of the aircraft, how much it will tilt when you go into turns, how rapid of a turn it can take. I'm probably going to start off in beginner mode and then go to high rate when we get out in the field to demonstrate it. There is a switch on the far right. Now this switches between the different flight modes of the airplane. Going from all the way up is in, they call it vertical mode on here, but that is drone mode. I'm going to call them drone, and I'm going to call it airplane mode, and I'm going to call it helicopter mode for the airplane, the three, because that's more descriptive of what it really is. But let's say helicopter, or yeah, drone mode is all the way up, where it's flying as a drone, flat like that. All the way down puts it into helicopter mode, and these aircraft, or these brushless motors here, will go all the way forward, pitch all the way forward, and the aircraft will fly like that. And you, again, would rotate the aircraft right or left, yaw, and you pitch forward and back, and it'll fly more or less like a helicopter in this mode here, like a toy helicopter. And finally, center position there puts it into airplane mode. But before you can activate airplane mode, after you put it in the switch in the center position, you have to press this right function button, and then that will switch the two motors forward, and then it'll switch into airplane mode. And the reason that you need to do both of these together is that's a safety feature, folks. Going from hover mode to airplane mode, the airplane is going to be taking off like a rocket horizontally, and you want to be certain that you really want that selected when you press that button there. So it's a two-step process, mainly for safety reasons. Other button on this other shoulder button, this switches between the different colored lights, and also you can turn off the lights by holding the button down like so. Okay, other things about it. To start the motors on this airplane, or drone, or airplane, or both, you bring both sticks down and inboard, and that will put it into idle. Now, actually, before it actually gives it any throttle, when it's going to start off in drone mode, before it will take off, you have to go above the midpoint on the throttle here. So that anything above the midpoint makes the drone ascend, and anything below the midpoint makes the drone, or if it's a helicopter mode, also to descend. But when you go to airplane mode, you could go all the way down with this throttle here to adjust the height of the aircraft while it's flying in airplane mode. Other buttons, actually, the other thing I want to demonstrate on this is, actually, one other thing I want to talk about is, if you notice any drifting of this aircraft, this is gyro stabilized. You can reset those gyros by putting the aircraft on a flat level surface and then bringing both sticks of the controller down and to the left, and you'll notice the lights blinking. That's telling you that the gyros are being stabilized, and once lights stop blinking, the gyros have been calibrated, I meant to say. Now, one other thing, let's show those lights. Okay, the lights are real pretty on this particular aircraft. So let me get the battery up a bit so I can plug it in, like so. Make sure flat end to flat, like that. Okay, and then connecting it to the controller. And again, you can't arm this motors unless you bring both sticks down and in, so I can go up like this and bind the aircraft. But let's take a look at these lights. There's the blue. Oops, sorry, I hit the stick there. But blue, and let's switch to different colors. Green, white, and blue. Blue, or purple. And another, that's a white light, and blue. Green, yellow, that's yellow, and blue, and purple again. Now, if I hold the button down, it turns them off. And the lights will become steady, I'm pretty sure, when we go to, let me turn the lights back on again, when we go arm the motors. And I am actually going to do that, just to confirm that. But again, if we bring both sticks down and to the left, that calibrates the gyros. See how that the lights went solid like that for a second? And down to the right, does that do the same thing? No, it's just down and to the left. That puts the gyro calibration mode. And bringing both sticks down and inboard, I'm not going to do that, but that will arm the motors and bring them into idle. So let me disconnect that. So that is the SG F35 vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. It's actually, I'm kind of excited to fly this particular one because it could be a lot of fun. So let's take it out in the field, folks, and see how it flies. Hope you enjoy this flight. Okay, I'm back. I always forget to do this, but I got to go over what you get in the box, folks. You get the manual, instruction manual. You get the drone. You get the battery that comes with the drone. You get a battery charger for that battery. I would recommend using a better battery charger if you got one. But this will work if you don't. You can charge it through a phone wall charger, this little balance charger here. You also get a little screwdriver to open up that flight control bay. And also you get 2 spare propellers, clockwise and a counterclockwise propeller for the aircraft. And you get the controller. So that's what comes in the box, folks. Now let's take it out into the field to see how it flies. Hope you enjoy this flight. Good afternoon, Quadcopter 101 here, and welcome to beautiful Pleasant Ridge Park. It's actually not too bad of a day to go flying. I haven't seen a day like this in over a month with the sun and low wind at the same time. For the test flight of the SG F35. Okay, what I need to do first, folks, is plug in the battery, connect it to the controller, and we're going to go flying. So hold on while I connect the battery. Okay, the battery is connected. Turn it on the controller, making sure we are in low rate. We're going to start off in low rate. Actually, I'm going to go to high rate. And right now we are connected. But right now I want to put it in helicopter mode. So we're going to bring the switch down. Okay, they're up like that. Starting the motors. We're going to take off in helicopter mode. Going above halfway on the throttle. And there we go. Cool, huh? Let's go up a little bit higher. We're going to go into airplane mode next. Switching to airplane mode, pressing the button, and there it goes, airplane mode. Cool. Wow, it is fast. This is a fast airplane. Reducing throttle. Okay, even with the motor behind me, or the motor, or the battery placed backwards, it is kind of fast. So, one of the fastest planes I've seen. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Okay, let's go back to vertical mode. Let the wind blow it back toward me. And I'm going to switch back to airplane. Pressing the button, and back to airplane mode. Amazing. Look at that thing. That's a wild airplane. Fast, fast, fast airplane. Okay, let's... Gotta keep... Man, this is not for beginners. Okay, what the helicopter mode? Helicopter mode, or drone mode. Going back to airplane mode. Turning it.
pushing the button, and it should go back. And there it goes. This is a wild plane, folks. But not for beginners. But you know, intermediates might like this thing. It's so wild. I'm trying to bring it down in slow. Let's see how slow can it go. Reducing the throttle. It's got automatic altitude hold. I can tell that right now. I'm reducing the throttle to bring it in slow. It's trying to go as slow as it can. But that's as slow as it can, folks. Boy, is this thing fast. But yeah, it's got altitude control or altitude hold. I can feel that. It's a wild plane. I like it. Actually, I'm going to probably keep this one. Now, running it in drone mode. Let me talk about that. Putting this thing into drone mode, and let's do that. That really sucks the battery. There it is in drone mode. I want to show you. This sucks battery, folks. Don't do this too much, but let's bring it over just to show you in drone mode. But this sucks the battery. I don't recommend doing this too much. See if I can get back up in the air again. We'll go back to airplane mode because that's the coolest part. Oh, the lights are flashing. That means battery's low. So we're going to bring it in, folks. See, what I mean about the drone mode, limit drone mode flying of this thing because that sucks the battery. I'm going to plop it right there. Okay, and how do you stop the motors? Both sticks? Yeah, these two buttons here. So this is pretty cool that it can fly like that. This is a speed demon. It's a rocket. Okay, that was a lot of fun. Okay, but again, for intermediate pilots, I do not recommend this for beginners. It's way too fast. Yeah, this will get ahead of a beginner pilot just in an instant. You know, drone mode, yeah, they can fly that. Helicopter mode, yeah, they can fly it. But putting it in airplane mode, your average beginner pilot would probably struggle trying to keep ahead of this thing. So like it though for me. Okay, I'm keeping it for myself. So this is the SG F35. Hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101. Signing out.
Hi, Quadcopter 101 here again. Hey, if you want to get your own shout out in one of my future videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's real simple. Just go to my channel page and click on that subscribe. And also make sure to click that bell button right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified when I release a brand new video immediately and give you a chance to get that first shout out. So give it a try, folks.